Hello guys, Miss Vicky here, your exotic Filipina, and welcome to my channel. So here we go for today's video, guys. We're going to talk about the requirements needed for the Filipinos, returning Filipinos to the Philippines. So I returned to the Philippines today, January 23, and yeah, I left Phuket yesterday at 9 p.m. So my layover was in Singapore, and I used Airways to go home. So what are the requirements needed if you are non-OFW, fully vaccinated Filipino? All right, so this is for the fully vaccinated. You will require to have a one-time pass, health pass, or the health declaration form, which needs to be filled up and then registered. And once you have it registered, you will have your QR code. With that QR code, you have to save it in your phone, or you can have it printed because it will be needed once you reach the Philippines or airport in the Philippines. So I reached Cebu airport. Then you will need to have the vaccine card. So I am talking about the returning Filipinos fully vaccinated. So you will need to present your vaccine card or your yellow card, BUQ card. Either one of those you can present it. And then you will need to have the confirmed booking reservation for accredited quarantine hotels in the Philippines or in Cebu, at least 5 to 6 nights, right? 5 to 6 nights confirmed hotel accommodation bookings, right? And then of course the basic, you will need to have your passport, your boarding pass, and then once you are in the plane, you will need to fill up the form for the customs declaration form, and also for the Department of Immigration card, or yeah, you have to fill up the immigration card as well once you are in the plane. We have to follow the protocol as always. You have to wear face mask the whole time during the flight and after the flight, during your whole trip. And then the airplane also required me to get or submit the trace application, download it in your Play Store, and then you have to fill up the form. It will generate QR code as well, and they will need it. But yeah, it really depends on the airlines that you are checking in, I guess. But it was needed in my trip, yeah. But I didn't have it checked once I arrived in Cebu. So during the flight, I had 10, almost 11 hours layover, and then checking in to Cebu airport from Singapore. You just have to present your PCR test negative result. Yes, you have to check in using, you have to get your 72 hours negative result, at least 72 hours PCR test. So once you arrive in Cebu airport, there will be a little briefing. Yeah, there will be a little briefing from the IETF and DOH, Department of Health and Interagency Task Force for Emerging Diseases. They will have a little bit of briefing. What are the quarantine protocols? What are the rules that is implemented during the time of your arrival? So we had at least 3 minutes briefing today. You could ask them questions regarding your quarantine and your swab test. So as of January 23, which is today, I arrived in Cebu International Airport that required the all Filipinos or foreign national entering the Philippines the mandatory PCR test during your arrival, even though you do have 72-hour or 48-hour validity of your negative PCR test before you depart from the country you went to, you still have a mandatory 24 a mandatory swab test. So with that, you will have the result sent to the one-time pass or the health declaration that you have submitted. That's why they are needing your QR code. But after the first swab that will be required, when you arrive in the airport, you will have another swab test after the 5th day. During your stay in the hotel, you don't need to leave the hotel. The health workers will go to your hotel, do the swab test, and then you will need to provide your valid Philippine number or your valid email address, because they will just let you know, they will just call you or send you a message that you are negative and you are free to go home in the 6th day if you are negative. But if you are positive and you are non-OFW, I think you would have to stay longer in your hotel facility with your own expense, or if there is, I think, a BOQ facility, if you're lucky, you can just transfer there. But yes, if you are non-OFW, it will be with your own expenses. So far, that's all the things that are required when you are traveling back home. So just make sure that you have all those things: your One Health Pass, your negative PCR test, your full confirmed booking for your hotel quarantine. You will need to have your basic stuff, the declaration form for the customs, your immigration card, and that's it. You're set to go. But as I said, as we all know, rules changes from time to time. I was expecting that I wouldn't have to do the PCR test in the airport only on the 5th day, but yeah, I had to do it. But it should be paid not by yourself, but the government is paying for your swab test, which makes it better. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy our video for today. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. And if you subscribe, please click that notification bell, press that all for you to be able to get updates of my latest video. And if you want to have questions, or if you have questions to me that I have not it's not very clear to you in this video, please comment down below. So see you in the next video. This is your exotic Filipina babe, Vicky. Thank you for watching. Babush!